Everyone, welcome to the replay. This is Catherine Storing, your fashion stylist and confidence building coach. If you're watching live as well, so excited. Hey Kelly, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Hello guys, it is Sunday evening and I actually haven't scoped at all today. Nice to see you, my brother. How are you? So excited to be here. I am participating in the Bonnie L. Frank True You Challenge. Hey Jackie, nice to see you. And this one is super easy for me. One of my most favorite business advice that I have received that I follow to a T all the time because it was so awesome. Hi Jackie, how are you? Jaya, Jahai, maybe Jaya 35. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully the notifications to Twitter went out. Thank you so much for being here. Hey Susie Star, nice to see you. How are you? This is so exciting. I get to see all my awesome and favorite people. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for watching my scopes. I've been watching yours as well. It's just amazing. I love this challenge. Thank you for the hearts already. So exciting. And I am scoping from my living room today because I am working on my New Year stuff and I'll scope about that later. But thank you for being here. I'll get to it right now. The first coach I ever had in 2011, towards the end of 2011, when I decided that, hey, I need to do something else. I need to figure out what I want to do. And I worked with this coach and she was just amazing. I just knew right away I wanted to work with her. And one of the first things she ever said, hearts, yes, hearts are awesome. Yes, Kelly, I love hearts. And you're giving me the green hearts. Awesome. Thank you so much. So appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm getting right into it without telling you who I am. For those of you that are new, my name is Catherine Storing, and I usually scope about fashion and style and confidence, but by doing this challenge, I'm kind of revealing a little more of who I am, and it's actually kind of fun, a lot of fun. So thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you for being here. If you're new, if you don't know how to invite your friends, just click on the little man and you'll get a little button and you'll be able to share on Twitter and Facebook and also your followers. Or if you flip up, if you have an Android device, you'll be able to invite your followers that way as well. Okay? There you go. So the challenge is, the question is, what is the best business advice I have ever gotten, and if I follow it? Thank you, Kelly, for inviting your followers in Twitter. Really appreciate that. And like I was saying, the first coach I ever had in 2011, she was just an amazing, very experienced woman and very awesome coach. And one of the things she said, because she caught me on this pattern that I would say, well, hopefully one day and sometime in the future, or maybe 6 months from now, and I don't know how much money I'm going to spend. I had this language about I wanted to get things done and I didn't have a specific idea when it was going to happen. Okay, so she said to me very clearly, I still have that notebook, I'm glad that I kept it, and she said, Catherine, nothing gets done without a budget or a timeline. That was the best advice ever. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? Yeah, you have to be very specific. Absolutely. She said, well, Sunday is not a day in the week, and some money is not an actual number. And I was like, wow, that is amazing. So she had me getting very specific. On December 30th, 2000 and whatever, I'm going to spend $1,000 on this coaching program. That is very specific. That I'm saying, well, sometime in the future, I'm going to spend some money on myself because I believe in my business. That's not gonna get anything done, and also that is not measurable. So you can get yourself off the hook because you said Sunday and you said some money. So Sunday can be 10 years from now and some money can be $1, right? Instead, and that's something that I use with my clients all the time and with myself. And as you guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know that almost 7 years ago, I promised myself that for my 40th birthday, I would go to Australia and surf. That's very specific because my 40th birthday is coming up in May of 2016. Okay, so I better get to it because that's coming now. And I'm already planning, I'm already looking at what am I gonna do there. I wanna hike, I wanna canoe, I wanna do all this awesome stuff, but that's happening in about 5 months, right? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome, Kelly. That is so cool. I cannot wait to watch it. I cannot wait. I love to watch Periscope. 7:30 comes up, 7:30 Eastern time. I'm there. I even stop what I'm listening to listen to your stuff because the commas, Coffee and Commas, it's an awesome, awesome show. So guys, if you ever are serious about anything in life, because I use this for my life as well, I am very specific about what I want to accomplish. What hotel? I don't want to stay in a hotel. I actually want to work with a company called Adventure Vacations, and they actually take you out and they take you to farms and they take you kayaking and they take you surfing, and you just go to different farms and they feed you and you get to sleep outside. I am not one to be a tourist. I want to see the outback. I want to see some crazy animals. I want to have an amazing time. That's what I want to do. And of course, I'm going to record it. I'm going to record the whole thing. I am actually planning some really cool stuff when I'm there. So I'm really psyching myself out. It's very scary. I've never been that far. I think the farthest I ever been was Spain. So I'm so excited. But again, if I was able to move to the United States, learn a new language as an adult, you know what? I can go to Australia. I can go. It's happening and I'm planning myself. I cannot even tell you what's happening, but it's going to be really awesome. And it's going to stretch me. And to have a big birthday, it's life-changing. Many things are happening. So yes, Kelly, it's very, very exciting. But I have a plan. I have a deadline. I know what's going to happen. There are some things that I'm going to do that I cannot tell you because they're a surprise. Hey, Lema, nice to see you. But they're going to be awesome. And I am jumping into 2016 like there's no tomorrow. Hi, Lema. So lovely to see you. I'm jumping right now. Like I can show you right now. Maybe I'll give you a little preview. I have a beautiful guitar and it's been staring at me for a very long time. Thank you for inviting your followers. And actually one of the strings broke. And I asked one of my friends from church, will you change the string for me? And it's something that I have done before, but I was feeling like, I don't know, uncomfortable because I haven't touched her for a while. Nice to see you, honey. And he said to me, I would love to do it for you, but it's so easy that I'd rather you do it, I'd rather show you. And he said it in such a loving way. Then I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'll come back to your office and I'll do it, okay? I went home and I'm like, wait a minute, I have YouTube. I have Apple TV. I'm going to sit myself in front of the TV. I'm going to watch a couple videos and I'm going to do it. And guess what? Here she is. Isn't she just beautiful? It's a Yamaha. I love her. And the E string is in and is tuned and she's just gorgeous. I love her. So there's some stuff that's going to happen around this, okay? I'm going to do a scope of my year in review and also on the things that I'm going to do in 2016. And they're going to be pretty big because it's time. It's time to push myself to the next level. I have accomplished some crazy stuff and this is just the beginning. So please, going back to the challenge, be very specific. How much money do you want to make in 2016? How to determine a good time with peace about it. Awesome. That's a great question, Susie. That's a great question. Why not now? Many people want to go back to school or want to do something that is going to take a very long time, like 3 years or 5 years, okay? Or even a year. And you might think, well, that's a long time. But a year is going to go by regardless. A year is going to go by whether you study or not, okay? Whether you start or not. So you have to ask yourself, what if today was my last day on earth? What if next year gotta go? Oh, nice to see you, Kelly. I'll see you tomorrow morning, okay? Thank you for stopping by. What if this is your last year? Right? You gotta start today because tomorrow is not promised to us. Just today. That's it. Just today. So you gotta ask yourself, how long am I willing to not have this thing? That's the best question ever. How long am I willing to not have what I want? And then you're gonna have that feeling in your heart and you're gonna know, I'm going to do this. You have to make that a priority. You have to make it a priority, Susie. And you have to know, how much pleasure am I going to get out of this? How many people are going to be affected by this? Yes, planning a move. That is awesome, Susie. That is awesome. I'm planning a pretty big move myself in my life, and I'm very excited about it. Very, very excited. But that means that it has to become do or die. That's what I'm going to tell you. It's going to come do or die, meaning that you give yourself no choices. You give yourself no choices. It has to happen. It's that or that. That's it. That was the way that I learned a new language within a year. Within a year, I was fluent enough and I was able to write and speak in such a way that I was college level within 1 year. As an adult, I was almost 19 years old. But that was because I gave myself no choice. I felt like I was already 1 year late for college and I knew that I wanted to study here. So that was my only choice. So I said to myself, I'm going to start now and within a year, I'm going to learn. And that was it. I cut myself off from anything Spanish and I just study and study and study, and I went to school and I did really well, and because I gave myself no choice. I needed to make that happen. I knew when it needed to happen. I gave myself a year, and within that year I was taking college level classes. So it's really making yourself accountable and knowing that you have no choice. You have no choice whatsoever. So that advice, have a deadline and a specific date. So date, month, and year, very specific. And how much money is that going to take? For my trip for Australia, I'm doing some research. I'm finding out the season. I keep seeking God, may not get there. You gotta seek God. Of course you are. Hey, real faith. Of course you're gonna get there. You gotta change that language, Susie. I will. It will happen when this happens, not if. You gotta change that language. It really makes a big difference in your brain and in your mind when you tell yourself this can happen, this will happen. Even if you're afraid, that's okay. When I'm thinking about Australia, it's a pretty big deal. It's really, really far. I've never been there before. I don't know anybody else there, but that's something that I promised my younger self that I will do for my big birthday, and something that I will do. Even though I'm afraid, I'm going to seek counsel, I'm going to do research, I'm going to empower myself with information so the fear goes away. So ask yourself, who can I ask that has done what I have done? Okay? Who has done what you want to do? People love to help other people. So just ask around. Who has done what you want to do? And you probably know someone. I don't know what you're trying to do, but I know someone has done it. Someone has been there. So ask them, how do you do it? Do you mind if I pick your brain? Can I ask you what happened afterwards? What happened in the middle? What happened right before? And can I call you when I'm doing it? Trust me, people are very, very generous. That's right. Seek counsel is so important because you can do it. I know that you have done amazing things already, and sometimes we forget. Remind yourself. I'm going to do a year in review because there are things that I did this year that are mind-blowing for myself. And I need to remind myself, I did these things. This stuff actually happened. Remind yourself because you have to remember. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do bigger things. So you got to celebrate that stuff and say, wow, I accomplished that. I did that. And when you do that, it's amazing. It just empowers you to do better in 2016. I'm about to write my year for 2016, specific personal goals that I want, and it's gonna be amazing. I already know business-wise, I know I have that down, but personal, and that's where the guitar comes in play and other things as well. And I will share that when I do my year in review, and then I'll do a 2016 plan, and I'm gonna share that with you guys so you can hold me accountable. So you can guys say, okay, Catherine, you said you were gonna do this in 2016. I call that a year bucket list. Not a life one, a year. So in 1 year, there are these things that I want to accomplish before the year ends. And it makes you really excited and accountable. Yes, accountable to yourself and other people. When you have to make yourself a person that you cannot break a promise to. The worst thing that can happen is when you let yourself down. So please don't do that. You have to treat yourself like an appointment. Okay? Make an appointment with yourself and do not let yourself down. I promised my younger self that I was going to go to Australia, and I'm going to go. I'm going to go. So that's what I want you to do. Like, don't break that promise to yourself because you need to be true to yourself. You just have to. Okay? So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. That was my the best business advice I have ever gotten, and I follow it and I share it with my clients and my friends and anybody that will listen to, because it is that important. Remember, nothing gets done without a deadline and a budget. Very, very important.